The B2S podcast is brought to you by Motivated Apparel. Motivated Apparel, the premier gear for motivation. A brand that motivates, inspires, and empowers you to stay motivated while chasing your dreams. Head on over to www.shiftmotivations.com/shop Motivated Apparel and grab yourself some Motivated Apparel today.
Hey, yo, world, what up? What it do, man? Hey, welcome to another episode of the Blueprint to Success podcast, man. We excited to be amongst y'all once again on tonight, man. Y'all know how I go. Y'all know what we do, man. It's your boy, Mike Mariner, a.k.a. the Shift Motivator. Hey, man, join to my left, your right, my brother from another mother. Man, y'all give it up to my boy, Alxndr Hall.
You know what? Normally,
yes, sir.
Normally I'd be like, stop. But,
son, we love you. Yeah, you done had some transformational moments, man.
I want to hear all those while I'm here. You feel me? Right. So it's all good.
That's what's up, man.
What's cracking, man? What's going on?
Yeah, we're excited to have another transformational episode on tonight.
Sure.
Man, y'all know how it is, what it do, man. Y'all give it up for my brother, man. My brother from the same mother. Give it up. For Boy Wonda!
Big bag, dog. Big bag.
Here we go, yo.
Big bag. Big bag. Need a Mrs. Bag. Big bag. Big bag. Get a Mrs. Bag. Big bag.
I ain't gonna do this tonight. Yes, I am. What's up, y'all? What's up, fellas? What's up, world?
What's going on, y'all?
Good to see y'all, man. Blessed, bro. Blessed.
Mr. Rogers used to say it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood.
I'm trying to tell you, highly favored.
Yeah.
Can I be your neighbor?
Oh, no, you didn't pull that one out.
I had to pull Mr. R out. I'm sorry. Oh, it's been going great, man. Life has been really good. No complaints, man. I'm a sponge, man. I'm be soaking up everything, researching quite a bit, reading up on some administrative stuff for the company. So that's tedious, but it's very, very well worth it. Just enjoying life, man. Just like take every day as a day, be present within every day.
Yeah, for sure.
And like that's my thing. Like it's been my thing for a minute, but it's just like the more you elevate, the more you think, the more you learn, the more you soak up around others that you learn from, and it shapes your whole world differently. So it's been dope, man. Yeah. I'm happy to be where I'm at. I'm happy to be in my skin. I'm happy to know my purpose, who I am, who I am in God. So it's a great life, man.
Life is good.
Life is good. How are you, my brother?
We gotta ask how Mike is.
Mr. Think Different, different
beat.
Yes.
Let's ask about how Mike doing, cause
man.
We don't. I'm gonna get chewed out. So how you doing, Mike? Yeah.
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Had a pretty good week this week, man. Day was pretty good. Had a productive day today. It was pretty good, not bad. You know what I'm saying?
That is wonderful.
That is good, you know?
That is always wonderful. You know why?
They
call you Mr. Suave.
He said, you know why? You was African educated,
bro. I don't know why, bro. I've been on this like this YouTube rabbit hole when it came to like the wrestling. And so I've been looking like old scenes and old matches. So it's like this guy Reza Ramon.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Mr. Bad Guy. Huh?
I remember him. Yeah, for sure.
So that's why I said it the way I said it. I've been down this rabbit hole, dog. I'm trying to come out. But it just created good memories, man.
That was good wrestling back then, boy. That's when wrestling was popping.
Yeah, man. When I was little, man, I was just like, man. And then seeing like who else done passed within like the last few years, I was like, dog.
Yeah.
It's been quite a bit, so I've been just kind of going down memory lane, just going to different, like my favorite, like Ultimate Warrior, Road Warriors, you know, all that. So just been watching that, man. So just enjoying life.
Yeah. You know
just
what, man?
reminiscing.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I think, cause yeah, you know, you guys, you know, we always pre-record because our schedules and stuff. So by the time this come out, I think we'll probably be done. We done brought everything out. So I'm gonna go ahead and release the news, man.
Fast.
So man, I told y'all that we had something to share. So, man, me and the wife, we started a nonprofit, man. So we was waiting for the finalization of the 501c3 to go through.
Yes,
so we just got that back, and so now it's all gas, no brakes.
It's on in baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's on in
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's gonna allow us to do some of the things that we've been doing over the years on a larger scale. So man, we excited about that. So it's a learning process, man. Trying to learn everything from the ground up. Got some people that's interested in coming aboard and pushing the vision forward, man. So we're looking forward to that. Looking forward to building. Looking forward to getting resources to get to the people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Which was the whole reason for us getting the 501c3. You know, to be able to get donations and stuff from companies and individuals, and then they be able to get the benefits and being able to write that off on their taxes. So, which is, you know, most of the time why people do that anyways. So we just trying to set ourselves up. So, yeah, man, I'm excited about this next phase, man.
As you should be.
Yeah,
for
man.
sure.
Congratulations on that. That's a huge milestone.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, man.
What do you call it? The Welches, huh?
What you stupid?
We pop the Welches over here.
You stupid.
You stupid.
The sparkling Welches.
Yeah, you stupid. Yeah. So y'all be on the lookout, man.
Yes,
so
sir.
Anytime y'all see the Live to Impact Foundation,
Bam.
on the flyer or on social media, partner up. We're gonna be partnering up with other organizations too. So that's part of our vision. So we ain't just trying out here, we got people trying to do things on their own. We ain't trying to do that. So that's actually part of our vision plan, is to connect with other organizations, nonprofits that are actually doing some of the things that we desire to do, but then just connecting with those and everybody using their gifts and their abilities. So man, the Live to Impact Foundation, man, we on the map.
Facts.
So we moving, man.
Worldwide,
Live to Impact, man. Yeah. So that's what we do, man. We live to impact the lives of others. So that's where the name came from.
Sweet.
So yeah, we good, man. So we got it incorporated and got the 501c3 and how we running.
That's cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So
That's cool.
That's massive.
yeah. So we're gonna be reaching out to some people and companies and things as we get this thing rolling, man, and just kind of see what God gonna take it, man.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what, Desi?
That's Philip of Country Wayne Skits.
Okay.
Oh man, before we get to going in the night, man, I saw Desi, the last one he did. I don't know, it may be another one not now, but
What?
oh man, the black Air Force One versus the white Air Force One, military style. Did you see it?
Man, Desi is, that man crazy. He's
Hey,
funny,
Joe.
bro. Yeah.
Hey, Joe. I was laughing so hard.
He funny, bro. He really is. He funny, bro.
They just showed a clip on social media, and they had the black dude and they sprayed him, and it had his response. So I'm wondering if he kind of like marked off of that with the white Air Force One and the black Air Force One.
Desi funny.
That joke funny, dog.
He's stupid.
Desi gonna be on the big screen soon, bro. I said Desi gonna be on the big screen soon, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he coming, bro. He coming.
Yeah.
He coming.
Yeah. He doing his thing.
He
man.
actually did his own independent short on YouTube.
You talking about
So
the Thanksgiving or Christmas? Was it Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner, something like that?
Either that, I think it's before that one.
Okay, that one was good too.
And
That's good. That's funny.
he's
that one.
well on his way.
It's funny, bro.
Yeah, I had to check that one out.
It's funny, bro, yeah. I watched the whole thing. I was locked in. I watched the whole thing. I was locked in.
That's funny, man. That cat funny.
He's a straight clown.
Yeah.
But he's both comedic and naturally funny on both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't gonna girl.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's dope, man. And he doing his thing, man. Country Wayne doing his thing.
Oh yeah.
So it's good to see when they I love to see when things are done independently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It let you know that you have the ability to make it and do anything.
Right.
Yeah. So it just I don't know, man. I just going back to our conversation, what we was doing before we actually started recording, man. It's just like doing stuff like that requires like transformational thinking, And it's funny because that's what kind of was coming to me, when we was talking about what we was talking about beforehand. It's just, I think people get stagnant into yesterday's mentality, trying to operate in what requires you to have on a now, I guess, don't come from if I'm not being politically correct, but having a now mentality. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because back then, everybody was waiting on the big contracts. Everybody wanted to be signed. But now it's like, man, if you got an idea and if you got a vision and you got the mind to go forth and put it together, it's like you can independently become wealthy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you can't come in there with a certain type of mindset because it takes a certain type of mindset.
Or one-way type of thinking and has to be done this kind of way and nah. And think when you say Country Wayne, think about a lot of people he put on and involved the skit. So it's just he didn't have to do that. He could have just did skit after skit on his own, but he's like, man, let's take this thing to a whole other level and set up their families. You know what I'm saying? That's man, you have to be in a different space to have that kind of mentality to think about the people and want to put other people on. Because a lot of people be like resource hoarders. They just hold back information. It's like, well, you gonna afraid them? Ain't I supposed to use it?
Right.
That's the motto, ain't it?
Right.
But a lot of people are afraid of people obtaining the information and going further with it than what they originally did. And that's what you want, because they can learn things that you may have not have came across just yet, and they can come back and tell you, and you can, boom, you right neck to neck with them. So, man, that type of level of thinking, of being broke, that's what you have to do this time. Because we can't move as a unit if we always selfishly, individually feel like we're the only ones that should be there, that we should be the only ones to make it. We should only acquire this type of success or this type of way of living. Like it's even all the way across the board. It's just, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want your situation to change? How bad you want things to be different in your own life? Like, I want things to be different in my life, so I'm going to make necessary adjustments, shift, learn what I need to learn, obtain, just eat the rib, spit out the bone, take what I need, what's work for me, and then I keep it pushing and moving, and I share it with others. That's the only way you're going to win.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's so many blueprints that we can look at, because I don't know if y'all saw it, but Tyler Perry just acquired BET and VH1.
Yep.
So he bought both of them?
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah, so now BET is actually black owned again. Because, I don't know if you knew, but BET haven't been black owned for years.
Over 21 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, because the guy that, what was his name, Bob, was it Bob Johnson?
Johnson.
I think. That owned it.
I thought he
and then
was
he
black.
sold it.
Bob Johnson wasn't black?
Say what now?
Bob Johnson wasn't black. I thought he was black.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
he is.
saying.
Okay. He was the
sold
previous
it.
owner.
Yeah, he
Then-
sold it. He had sold it, and then
After him was Deborah Lee, and she had it for a minute, and then
so yeah, they said it wasn't black owned for like 21 years, and so he just acquired it. And so it's like, wow, that's dope. It's like, man, this cat was homeless, and then now he's a billionaire.
trying to tell you, man.
Man, owns his own studio. It just, man, but you know, it just in a sense though, it just when you look at people with that kind of mindset, boy, it just makes you want to think like, what type of mindset does it take to do that kind of stuff,
Bro, the kind of stuff that you go through that you wouldn't even wish on your own enemy. The kind of stuff that you feel like, I'll never want to be in this place again. It's a certain hurt and pain that you're like, nah, my situation got to change, and I'm gonna fight tooth and nail to make sure it does. It's that type of reflecting and going back on what he went through, being homeless. Like, and remember when he was talking about his first play and how he was just feeling like he was upset, and you know, next thing you know, he look out the window, it's a line wrapped around. It's just like, when you think about stuff like that, bro, it just hit different. It make you move different. It makes you think different. Even if you not even on that thinking level, it makes you think that.
Right.
So it's his reality, his perception of what was real to him and what happened, what he went through, that causes that type of thinking, bro. It's like when you see somebody struggling or having problems, like you want to fix that. You want to help them so bad, but it's something that they have to go through, that they have to learn, so that they cannot be in that state, in that position again. And it's that type of living or what you experience causes you to think that way. It causes you to be like, no, I ain't never coming back here again.
bro? You said a mouthful,
I ain't never.
bro. You said a mouthful. Cause I don't know if you know, I just read it today. Clinton Portis filed bankruptcy.
Why?
What?
I mean, well, okay, keep going. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was saying the first thing I said was why, but you
Oh,
really know why. And then
He
and then sometimes filing bankruptcy is not what people think it is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's not, but even if you have to you're not in a there's different reasons why people file.
Yeah.
But what the article was saying was, you know, there was some financial strain there. So, and then it said, man, this man he's made over $43 million in his career, and you know, through squandering and partying and stuff, and then he was I got to go back and watch the clip because I didn't know that he was on I think The Pivot. And so it referenced that, something referenced that. I said, I'm gonna have to go check, I'm gonna have to go find that and see what was going on, because he was saying that he was talking about he was actually fit to go kill one of his financial managers that was managing his money.
Oh, somebody done shroud him.
So it seems like it's a mixture of mismanagement. But and that's what you was talking about, what made me think about. We're talking about transformational thinking on tonight, right? We're talking about being able to like leave generational wealth. It's like, it's a different mindset, man. It's like operating from a place of hell to get to your heaven is a whole nother mindset. Because the flames are real, you feel the heat, you know what I'm saying? You smell the smoke. But yet you got to have some type of glimpse of hope that I'm not fit to die in this place of where I am right now, because I do want better for my life. I do want better for my family. Exactly. And come hell or high water, I'm going to put myself in a position to do that. And it reminded me of something Mama always told me, because Mama always said, boy, you're going to be wealthy. You're going to be wealthy. Even when I didn't feel like it, she said, you're going to be, even when there was moments I had negative $0 in my bank account, she would always remind me of things that God showed her, and she just held on to that no matter what my emotional state of being was at the time. She reaffirmed those words to me. And she told me this, bro. She said, I don't care how wealthy you become, She said, if you got somebody watching your money, she said, you better walk up in that office at any given moment. Don't even let them know you coming.
Let me see the books.
So they ain't got time to finagle nothing if they screwing up your books. And I'm like, man, at some point in time, and that's why I be so hard on the kids that are trying to go to the league. And I'm a sports fanatic. But when you're not paying attention to your life things and life issues, it puts you in a different category because you're trusting your life in somebody else's hands. And I'm not saying that you don't need assistance, because I know you do when you get to that level. But when you just constantly reminded of, this is where I come from, I didn't come from much, so this is what they say I should do, so I'm going to put everything in your hands, and then they mismanage your resources, and now you're stuck with the final results of what somebody else has did. And you trusted them to put you in a better position, and they didn't. That's your fault.
Yeah.
Because how does it get that bad to where you're at the place that you are right now? It should have been done a long time ago. It should, you know what I'm saying?
You have sharks out here, so they even pay more attention to what you got going on than you do.
Yeah.
And because they're trying to see, okay, how can I fit in and try to play it and take advantage of mine? Well, you need to do da-da-da-da-da-da. They don't know no better. They ain't researching. They ain't learning. Or if they learn some, they're not really going into depth like that. Like, you have to guard your vision. As the Bible say, guard your heart. Because if you don't guard your heart and these things start coming up, bro, it's gonna be hard for you. It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna kind of make you be in a place of resent, and you see why people kill other people because of things like this, or you see why people just take advantage of them because they, as you said before, they see them as a level of weakness. When they see a level of weakness around you and they see they can get over you, oh, they're gonna try you.
Yeah. That's bro, that goes to show, like, when you're talking about, like, I don't care, like, when I got into the insurance industry, it taught me a whole lot. Like mom taught me how to budget, you know, but once I got around people that wasn't where I was from, and they lived life differently, they did things differently, they moved differently. It opened it opened the world that I lived in to a whole nother world. And I'm thankful for that journey, because the tools and the skills that I've developed, it prepared me to, you know, for where I am right now. But if I would have stayed in that hood mentality of just, this is who I am, this is where I came from, this is how it always is, I wouldn't even be sitting before you today. So at some point, it's like, man, we have to be so, I'm just a firm believer, bro, that we have to be so intentional about our own personal transformation that we can't even let our family stop us from getting to a place of becoming a better version of ourselves.
That's right, because sometimes...
Straight from the house.
There you go.
Hey, he turned the light on. Hey, he turned the lamp on. He just put his feet in the slides. He just rubbed his belly for a little minute.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, hey, what's happening?
Because
what's good?
Y'all crazy.
Inside joke, y'all. Inside joke.
Y'all coming from the house though, like nine times out of 4.
I said 9 times out of 4.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, the math be mathing, right?
For real.
For real, bro. Like 9 times out of 4, when you see yourself doing something that nobody in your family has done, or hitting a plateau or a level or a stair step or a staircase or whatever that nobody in your family has done before, or it haven't been done in a long time. 9 times out of 4, your family members are not going to be willing to make the adjustments and do the things to themselves, to their minds, to their spirits.
Yeah.
To get their mind going where you're going. They're not gonna, bro, I was just reading yesterday, and I told Faith about this. I was reading in Luke chapter 2. All right, so Joseph and Mary, I'm finna paraphrase.
I was in Luke chapter 14 the other night.
No, Luke 1.
I know, I'm just saying, we're in the same book.
Oh, y'all.
I was reading Luke 14 the other night.
Oh, true. So we was reading, I'm in Luke 2. So So Joseph and Mary, they went to the Passover. They went to Jerusalem. And, you know, they will always go up there. I think at this point in time, Jesus was, I think the big homie, I think he was 12 at this time. I think so. Don't come from my head, y'all, whatever. So Jesus was, they went. So when they started coming back, they noticed, like, where Jesus at? So he gone, right? So they went from there, they went back to their hometown. They thought he was with, I'm paraphrasing, y'all. They thought he was with some family members. So they checked the houses like, y'all seen Jay? He ain't here? Okay. They went, so.
Jake from State Farm?
Jay wasn't there. So
Yo, Jay.
Jay wasn't there. So
Get off that water, man. Come on.
They went back to Jerusalem. They went back to Jerusalem.
All the way back.
And you know, they had to walk everywhere. I don't know if they had donkeys, I don't know if they had horses, but 9 times out of 10, they was footing it. You know what I'm saying? They had the air sandals on.
Real.
Donkeys and camels.
Yeah.
The real Uber.
When they got there, they found him with, I think they found him with some doctors that was in the town. You know what I'm saying? So when they saw him, they was marveled that he was even in there. You know what I'm saying? The people he was talking to, they was marveled that he was even comprehending what they was talking about.
Right.
This big Jay, he's just little. You know what I'm saying? So basically, his parents were like, why did you do this? Like, what's going on? So, you know, he replied, don't you know I'm supposed to be about my father's business? And when he said what he said, they didn't understand what he was talking about. But Mary, she just kept it in the heart. Like, he's saying it for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, you know, people are not going to understand why you're doing what you're doing. They didn't understand why he was even there. But you know what? I think that they forgot. To me, that moment just proved that his parents were 100% flesh, 100% human. And they looked at Jesus. They cared for him so much. They looked at him as their kid. They forgot how he even got to them. Like, you can't forget that he came from a source that he didn't come from y'all coming together. He came from a whole different source. Remember who you dealing with. Like, don't get so comfortable with who you dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So that was just me reading, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But they didn't understand what he was doing. So when you're making moves and you're talking about generational wealth, or you're talking about working 2-3 jobs to help pay off some debt, to stack money to buy an asset, they're not gonna understand that. So when you're not buying extra stuff, or you're not going out to eat, when you're living real disciplined, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy. When you're in the store writing down everything on your grocery list, bro. One time, I went to the store. I wrote down a grocery list. I didn't have no money. That's what I did. That's what I did, bro. I wrote a grocery list. And I went to the store. And I wrote down everything that I was going to buy and how much it costs and tallied it up. So when the next month came, I already know how much I should be spending. Your family not going to understand stuff like that.
No. Right.
They're not going to understand stuff like that. I ain't had no money. I said, okay, next month, I'm budgeting. Bump this. So I knew the next prior month, I knew bi-weekly, okay, I'm going to take this portion. So the next month come around, I got this. If it's not on this list, I'm not buying it. And if I don't need it, and if I want to substitute, it got to match this number because I'm not going over this number.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
So when you're making adjustments, they're not going to understand it. You know what I'm saying? And on the flip side, let's say you in a place to where it's quote unquote comfortable, and you can manage to stay there, but the atmosphere is jacked and it's keeping you captive, or it's like a cap on you. Bro, the normal person would be like, "No, stay there and stack your money." Look, I gotta get up out of here. It's not about money. It's about my mental. It's about the growth of my mind. My mind is way more. If my mind stops growing, this can hinder my money from growing 10 years from now. I know. So let me get up out of here. I'd rather fork the bill. I'd rather fork the bill to blow the cash now in the struggle a little bit now, but my mind and my heart have been in a different position. You know what I'm saying? So it goes when you're doing stuff, 9 times out of 4, your people's not gonna understand it.
You have to, man. It's all about developing the growth mindset. You know what I'm saying? I say it 1,000 times, man. It's like if you're not growing, you're dying, because everything around you says growth. Oh, bro. Ooh. I was listening. I saw this short the other day, and T.I. was on Cam's podcast. He was reading this quote, and then another young man, I forgot which one of the kids, had not retweeted, but put it on Facebook, the main meaning of the quote. I said, okay, he must have been listening to the same thing. And basically what the quote said was this, bro: just because the tree grew up in the same space as the grass, something to the fact of they're still not living in the same space, or something to that nature. It was crazy. I'm gonna see if I can find it, because I know I butchered that, but I was like, it's just something about just because they came from the same place, because which they did, they both came through the grass and the tree, and I'm gonna find it. To be exact, because I said, man, shut the front door. I said, shut the front door, because at some point you're gonna outgrow everything, but in order for you to outgrow everything, I know this sounds simple, it may even sound crazy, but in order to outgrow everything, that means you have to grow. So which means that what you came from can't be accustomed to where you're going in most situations. Now, it may be a foundation, it may give you a point of reference of, man, we made it, look where we came from, that type of ordeal. But at the end of the day, growth requires growth, which means I have to leave the place where I was once comfortable to a place that I don't even know how it's going to pan out.
A key thing, and I was just talking to somebody about this today. I know we didn't talk about what I'm about to say, but it just triggered while you was talking, so I'm gonna just go ahead and just shoot off. You can't be looking at your past self and comparing it to your future self, because that's gonna drown you. Right.
Because you're gonna reflect on the good things that you've done in the past that you deem as successful, or things that you deem as, man, I felt like I was my best version of myself in that season.
And 9 times out of 10, you probably weren't.
Because you still have more growth to do. Right. Like even with me personally, when I moved out the crib, I felt myself getting agitated. I was like, why am I agitated? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm in the crib, you know, life is good, but it could be better. You know what I mean? Like, you know, finances may not be where they are, but, you know, they could be better. You're not doing too bad, but you could do a whole lot better. So, and I remember I was just sitting in the room. The Lord was like, you need to move. I was like, what you talking about, Willis? Now, what I appreciate is that I understood that I was mature enough to be like, okay, I'm ready, but you're going to have to do it. And he was like, I need you to move because you've learned as much as you need to learn here. Like, there's, you had a cap, you had a ceiling. Like, you've learned as much as you could here. But the things I need to show you and teach you and cultivate in you has to be separate from here. And literally gave me 3 months. Literally. So I went out looking for places. Don't know how this gonna happen. It's just like, you know, I've always been the type to, I've always been kind of torn to where I have the faith to go out and do what I need, even if I don't have it, but at the same time, still using the wisdom to be like, okay, well, I don't know if I need to jump out right now, but it was this thing, it was just a sudden, just like, okay, I need a shift. So And this is the crazy part. So I remember the apartment that I once was looking at. I go over there, which is where I'm at now, and I go there, do the application, do the whole process. Ain't heard nothing. A couple days. I said, it's going into the weekend. So I was like, I'm gonna get to next week. I called them. I was like, hey, I'm such and such. Apply for an application for a place here. Da, 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 da. She was like, okay, let me check it out. So she's on the computer, on the phone with me, and she was like, oh, it says you wasn't approved. I was like, but she said it wasn't because of your credit score or nothing. It's just you were just short within income-wise to meet the requirement of the 3 times your income. And it was just a few short dollars, like $40, if that. She's like, what else do you do? Well, I told her about Uber. She's like, how much do you make? I make this. She's like, okay. I was like, do I have to reapply and do the application again? She was like, no. She was just talking. Da, da, da. Boom, you approved. I was like, huh? I said, what? You approved. I was like, okay, God.
The B2S podcast is brought to you by No Grind, No Glory Apparel, R8 28 edition. It's a reminder to stay strong, to be courageous, to starve your fears, and to feed your faith. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, just know that you were born to stand out and make an impact. Head over exclusively to www.nogrindnoglory.net and grab you some merch as a daily reminder that all things work together.
In that short amount of time, what you did because of my willingness to move in the moment when you spoke in it, like, we can't be afraid to move and be afraid of what yet has to come or the unknown, because, bro, I've grown and learned so much within the 6 years of being there, and still growing and still learning and still doing the necessary steps to get into a better space environment, to set up better things and situations. Like,
it's been 6 years already?
It's been 6 years, bro.
It don't even feel like it's been 6 years since you've been there.
I moved there going on, because I moved there in June. I was 33. I turned 34 in September.
How long?
It's been about 6 years.
That's crazy.
Wow.
It don't seem like it.
Yeah, because I've been at University of Florida for 6 years. This coming October. So I was just like, dog. But I know I had to move. I know I had to get into a place of like, man, okay, God, I trusted you. And just like, even with the struggles, even being there and just still trusting God with through a whole lot of more other stuff. And he just kept me, dog. And it's just like, you don't realize how you're in the thick of it and you still moving, even if you feel like you're in survival mode. But God is still taking care of you in that instance. And it's just like, when you reflect and look back, it's just like, dog, like, I'm doing it. Through him, I'm doing it. And initially, it's like, man, at least you're in a place of where you can say you doing it. That's why I got grow or die. You either gonna grow, or everything in you, what God put in you, the visions, the gifts, the talents, whatever you are good or great at, and what you realize you have on the inside of you will die. Everything.
Yeah. That's why it's important to get in growth environments.
Brain cells, everything.
Yeah. I found it.
Oh,
Man.
what is that, bro?
Says this right. It says trees don't hang around the grass even though they started from the same place.
Oh, man.
Boy, it messed me up.
That's real.
I know I butchered that thing, but I said I got to find it because that thing was powerful, bro.
Bro, and then check this out. It's like, that's crazy. It's like,
Yeah, dog.
how many people who you know are afraid to be trees? I'm to the point where now I'm not afraid to be no tree. Like, whatever I got to do, I'm finna tree it up. That's it. I'm finna tree it up, but that's it. And then I just,
Man,
that's
I
it,
heard
bro.
that.
That's it.
Oh boy, that messed me up. I was like, man. I said, where did he get that from?
Who said that? Tip.
Yeah, Tip.
Leave it to
Yeah,
Tip.
he was on Cam. He was on
No,
Cam Newton.
Yeah.
His podcast.
Bro, Tip is highly,
See, I know.
highly intelligent, bro.
Oh yeah, all his kids are. They all are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all
Every
are.
last one of them.
Yeah.
They all are. And it's, bro, it's like, it's crazy, man. It's like we can talk about a lot of things and it still stems and circles around some of the same things, man. Because it's just like, bro, I'm dying if I'm not growing, man. It kills me the older I get and the more in tune I try to be. It behooves me to remove myself from toxic situations.
Yeah.
I don't care if we grew up in the same area. I don't care if we go to the same church.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like people be on some stuff, bro, and I'm like, man, I ain't with that. It's like, man, I'm on the second half of this climb.
Exactly.
You
Ain't
know
got
what I'm
no
saying?
time to
I'm
be
at the
wasting.
halfway point. I'm at halftime of my life cycle.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. You crazy. Yeah.
It's halftime. Almost.
I feel you, but
Almost.
I mean, you know.
Yeah. All I get, bro, is just I can't deal with it, man. I have to remove myself from the tight stuff, man. And when he said that, I like, boy, that's the story of my life.
It is.
And that's coming straight from the house with me because look, all I'm saying is, if I can say it this way, I can't speak for nobody. I'm coming from the house.
That's the only way you come.
I know.
I'm ringing a doorbell.
And just not even afraid to even go there, but when you have been living like sod and you're supposed to be your oak tree, when you finally wake up, you be like, nah. I'm tired of having them every time. No, like I ain't supposed to be. No, let me be one I'm supposed to be. To the point to where now, respectfully, and I think I can say this respectfully, when you're trying to be your tree, you at the end of the day, you cannot care about what it's not about you. I can't care about how you feel about what I'm about to do. Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry. I can't because when my heart beating and when your heart beating, we're gonna have two different judgments. You know what I'm saying? So I can't care about so much about how you gonna feel about what I'm trying to do in my lifestyle, then you not going where I'm going. I can't.
Yeah, that's and I'll repeat what we was talking about earlier, and even I said on other podcasts, man, and Albert Einstein said that you can't solve a problem with the same mindset that you created it in.
Bro, when you said that, I almost fainted at work. I was like, oh my goodness.
It's transformational thinking, bro.
Yeah.
Everything you have to, one of my strongest suits is I'm very analytical. One of my weakest suits is I'm very analytical.
Yep, me too. Yep. Y'all tell me every other week, say, stop overthinking it.
You know what I'm saying?
But
You're thinking too much.
So it's like, how can we expect to transform our lives and our mindset is not thinking in a transformational way? It can't. If your transformational mindset is fighting the mindset of what you're used to, they both cannot coexist in the same space.
Nope.
They can't, because you got to look at it. Just follow me here. You got a transformational mindset and a comfortable mindset, and it's trying to occupy the same space. They're both fighting each other. Guess what's not taking place?
Growth.
Bam.
Yeah.
There you go. Because I'm picturing like this cartoon image in my head fighting. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
a tug of war.
a glimpse of your mind, and you got this part fighting with this part, and there's a war going on, but there's no forward movement, there's no growth, there's no nothing, because one is trying to overtake the other. So at some point, you got to kick somebody out.
Evict.
Because even if you're What does the good book say? The Bible say?
Double-minded
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Yeah.
So you're not stable, so therefore you can't even make a conscious decision to move forward. So you got to pick one. So in order for any type of movement to happen, you got to make a choice.
You got to what? Make a decision.
Yeah, you got to decide. You can't make no choice.
You got to make a decision.
But every choice you make, after you decide what you want to become or what you want to do, your choices are representing your decision. Because it's always going to be like, once you say, I want to be this type of way, eventually, it don't matter how I get there, how long it takes, this is what I want to do. After you say that, you already know it's going to be something that's going to be presented to you, this or that. Then you got to make a choice. I make this choice. I'm going to make this choice. It's going to step by step get you closer to it. But you got to decide what you're going to do. But when you sent me that about that, it was a wrap, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, when I saw it, it was a wrap.
It was a wrap. Like it break it down. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because how many times do we try to solve problems with the same mindset we created in it?
Too many.
Too many times, right?
Yeah, too many.
We have issues, but we don't go to the place that can help us get the issues fixed, or we refuse to go to the place that can help us get the issues fixed. What's that one thing? I think I seen somebody say something like oh yeah, if you come to me with the same thing and I give you the same answer 3 times, you don't want the answer, you want attention. Some people don't want the answer, they just want attention. I ain't trying to hang around them people. It's a process, dog. It's just, man, and I'll say it again, man, when God gave me this dual enrollment calling and I got into personal development, it literally shifted my life, man. I have a thirst and a hunger for knowledge. Because it's going to make me better. And I'm not the one that sit there and I'm going to read. No, I'm going to read and I'm going to do my best to apply what I've read.
Exactly.
Because it ain't the knowledge itself, it's the knowledge that you apply. So it's applied knowledge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro. How much information have been squandered over the years?
You know what I'm saying? How many conferences you gonna go to? You know, went to 10 conferences and ain't applied nothing.
Not on one.
I ain't doing that no more.
And it's crazy.
I remember them days going to a conference. I'm looking at my notes from last year. Hey, man, ain't do none of this. I gotta tighten up.
And it was good too. It was just like,
you know what I'm saying?
Man. And bro, this is one of my favorite quotes from it's from a guy named Vince McConnell. He said, "We must train from the inside out, using our strength to attack and nullify any weaknesses. It's not about denying a weakness may exist, but about denying its right to persist."
Bro, it's crazy you said from the inside out.
You got to train from the inside out.
Because I was just talking to Faith today about self-care. We was having a conversation. And I was like, that's not really like self-care is the stuff that you do internally. That's the foundation. And you know what? Once this start growing on the inside, it busts out, and you start and what you doing to your inside, you start doing to your outside. You start
exactly.
You start doing, you know what I'm saying? So this is everything starts on the inside. Everything starts on the inside.
It does.
Yeah. Success is that's what I say in the book, man. Success is an end job. That's what I start out with. That's what when I look at my life and I look at my experiences, it's like God has had me in training grounds for everything that I stand for today.
Yep.
Because even with my pastor, when God shifted me to where I am now, he talks about the mindset a lot. He's the one that kind of really got me in tune with listening to Dr. Miles Monroe. He talks a lot about, when you listen to him, he talks about transformational thinking a lot, transforming your mindset, doing things of that nature. So it took me getting around those type of people, listening to those type of things, to have a certain level of respect of even what that does, because success, anything that you want, it's an inside job. Because if you don't want it, then why you're doing it?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because even at the same thing, even if it's to please my wife, right? I still, even though I'm doing something that I don't like, but because she likes it, I'm gonna do it because she likes it.
Right.
So I'm still doing it because I want to, because I know what the end result gonna be, because it's gonna make her happy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a different mindset. That's a totally different mindset to come from. You know what I'm saying? So I have to learn, and I'm still learning how to do that even more. So it's just like I can't stop growing. It's like it's out of control. You know what I'm saying,
Bro, it's them weeds.
Yeah.
And it's two things that's gonna grow. Either what you do to prolong and to do what is necessary when it comes to the work, it's gonna reflect and it's gonna show. What you don't do, what the work you won't put in, that's gonna reflect, that's gonna show. So what's gonna grow? What you, like that balance mean?
Something gonna grow.
Something gonna grow. Something gonna grow.
Yeah. And the crazy thing about it is what grows the most is what you put the most energy into. What you nurture. That weed is going to grow. But if you take care of that plant the way it's supposed to be, it's going to outgrow that weed.
Exactly.
Even if you pull it. You know what I'm saying?
Because you still got to maintain. You still got to upkeep.
Yeah.
There's still a level of maintenance that you have to do with no matter what level you go on. And it's going to be more intensified each level you go up to. So, and there's going to be different things that you're going to have to do, just like with the plant. You know, you don't put too much iron into a plant at a baby stage. You just give them what it needs. It's a little diluted, but as it grows, it gets a little more. As it grows, next thing you know, it's solid. Yep. You know, you can give it as you know, as much as it's supposed to be given, and it continues to grow. But you can't have something too early, too much of that you're not prepared or ready for. Because you're gonna fumble it. You're gonna set yourself back more, and you're gonna hurt yourself and the people that's around you. Because you don't fully understand or grasp the concept of what's going on. It's hard to understand or grasp something that is really foreign to you, that you may think you know, but you don't.
AKA,
think you know,
but you don't.
but you have no.
AKA putting them grown man shoes on.
Right.
When you're not ready.
Old woman.
Yep.
Having children too early, you're not ready. You know what I'm saying? Like that's first thing that popped in my head when you said that. Like doing things prematurely.
Yep.
You're not ready for it. You don't know.
There's a penalty.
You have no clue what you're doing and what you're about to do. You don't know about the other side.
Yep.
You have no clue.
And that's what I used to tell the kids, bro. Like I tell them my story, man. You know, like I didn't wait till marriage. So, but like when you talking about that, like everything, it has a penalty. Like if I have an investment and I go in it at the wrong time, guess what I'm gonna get? It's a penalty. If I eat too much, it's a penalty. If I don't eat enough, it's a penalty. You know what I'm saying? If I don't do certain things, it's a penalty. Yep. Everything has its repercussions, and so we just got to put ourselves in a position to limit those repercussions.
We have to, because if not, it's gonna put us in a crazy state, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. It's just gonna be a lot of it's gonna be draining. A lot of it's gonna be depleted, and you won't even have the strength or energy to move forward in what you want to do, desire to do. Everything starts up here.
Yeah, I'm
what
looking
you feed.
Bro, I'm looking at everything like right now, like ministry, business, like relationship. It's like, man, I'm just, I'm on this transformational whirlpool. Just, you know, just trying to experience the energy from everything that's moving in a different direction, and it's just growing. It's like, I can't even imagine. Like the Bible says he does exceedingly abundantly above all than what we can even ask or think. So it's like what you're thinking and what you're asking, God is trying to do above and beyond that. And you're thinking that what you're thinking is already big. And he's saying that still ain't big enough.
No.
I read a book some years ago called The Magic of Thinking Big. It's actually a pretty good book. If you ain't never read it, go check it out. And it says it all, because it's like, Henry Ford said this, the creator of the Motor Ford Company. Said, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. Whatever you put your mind to, you got the ability to accomplish. And that's why when the children of Israel were building the Tower of Babel, God had to confound their language. I had to make them to where they didn't understand what was going on because they was doing something that I didn't tell them to do. But yet they had the ability. They had the ability to reach God at a place that He didn't ordain them to reach Him at. That's crazy.
Yo, I was trying to.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
God,
You got to, because what did they build upon? They was trying to get to God, right? But that's not the way to get to God. So I got to mess y'all up because you're doing a good deed, but it ain't the right deed. You're coming to me, but you're not coming to me in the manner in which that you're supposed to come to me. That's crazy, dog. That just hit me. That just hit me. So I had to confine y'all language to make y'all think discombobulate y'all because y'all done put y'all self in a mind frame that y'all finna create this, and so y'all did. Y'all did the inevitable, y'all did the unthinkable, and y'all did it. That's how powerful our mind is. So when we say transformational thinking, you have to be willing to go through the transformation chamber.
Yeah. No holds barred.
No holds barred. No hold bar. I used to listen, man. I can be straight up. This 1,000% being transformative and transparent. I used to hate change, believe it or not, because I like consistency. I like consistent. I like you being consistent. I like that. I like stability.
You had a
Change.
routine.
You know what I'm saying?
There's things you know. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. Change doesn't represent stability. And so I think that's why a lot of people run away from change.
Yep.
Because it's not stability. When you want something stable and you don't know what's going to happen. You
Exactly.
know? And so it's like once I embraced it, then it became a part of me. It's like change. And then so it's like those crazy, harmful nights and experiences that happened, it just, I guess, kind of solidified the importance of it, how to deal with it, how to respond. Because like I said, remember, guys, the adversity that you're in don't prepare you for the adversity that you're in. It prepares you for the adversity that's coming. You know?
Pre is ready for the following.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
It's no different than sports.
Yeah.
You ain't training off season just to train off season. You training because you got a season coming up. You got opponents that are quicker, faster.
Right.
So you got to figure out, how can I hang?
They coming for your spot.
I'm telling you.
That's it. Yeah, and you gotta keep it moving. You gotta keep it going. And I can say, I guess, I'm grateful. I'm thankful for those hard night seasons, as T.D. Jakes would call it, the night seasons. I had plenty of those.
Oh yeah.
But as what the dude in Batman said, he said, you was created in the dark. But I was shaped, I was molded in the dark. He was the dark. So when he shot the lights out, he just laughed at him. Man, I was made for this. What you doing? They made you. I was created in this. They had to train you to fight in the dark. I was created in the dark.
That's a hit different.
That hit different, man.
It's a whole different level.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel, dog.
I can feel it.
That's how I feel.
You
dog.
meant that.
I meant that, dog. Because it's like, for whatever reason, God allowed so much darkness to enter my space that it formed me out of a cocoon. And so when I feel like I tell people, like I'm a feeler. I can go into an atmosphere and it's like I can feel the energy.
Oh yeah.
I can feel your heartbeat. I can feel your joy. I can feel your pain. I can feel that. And I have to still deliver a message and channel all that. I have to channel all that emotion because I'm not just feeling me or nervousness or whatever, but I'm feeling everything out there. And so I got to figure out a way how to maneuver through that and try to reach that person. Whether it's the same person or the person and 20 different individuals, and then just to try to put them in a space of everything is going to be all right, but this is how we're going to do it to make sure that everything is all right.
Exactly.
It's transformation. Like it's one thing for me to just say everything's going to be all right, but then I don't put in the energy and the effort to make everything all right.
That's another part.
Yeah.
Because we can soap, we can sob. It's not gonna change nothing.
Not gonna change nothing. Get that emotion out, but it's not gonna change anything.
You can feel it.
Yeah.
Just don't stay there.
Yeah.
As they say, camp out, don't build a building. you just camping out. You ain't supposed to live there.
Yeah.
You ain't supposed to build. No, keep it moving, keep it pushing.
Yeah.
You can feel what you feel. You can feel the anxiety. You can feel the frustration. You can feel everything. Even with the music process, I took a month off. I was like, what a hit. But nothing when it came out like the way it came out. And it came out so much better. And so I'm thankful for every trial, because the trials are there to shape you, to mold you for what's coming down the line, because it's going to be even bigger than what you even think. So you have to be in the mind space of to being able to handle it. And just like I said, you realize that you're in it and you still going through it and God's still keeping you. That hit different. Because sometimes it's just like, come up for air. Just look around you. Pay attention to your environment. You breathing on this side of the ground. So you got a whole nother day. You got a new 24 hours to get it right. Another new 24 hours to get it right that God gives us. So pain is temporary. Your situation is temporary.
Yep. Extract what you can from it and build off it. You know how many businesses were built off pain? Because they was agitated about a situation, so they did something about it. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all are trying to figure out, well, what should I do? Well, what's your pain point? Look at your pain point. What pains you? You may be the answer. As my mentor always say, you the aspirin to somebody else's headache.
Exactly.
You know, I had wrote down the other day, and I don't think I said it on here or not, but I probably did. I don't know. But I wrote down the other day. I was doing some journaling, and it just. I was at the lake having some devotional time. Lately, I've been having to get out of the house to do devotion. I don't know why, but so I'm at the lake and I'm doing devotion. The sun's shining or whatever. I got the music playing. I'm in a different atmosphere. So I'm reading, and I was just thinking about what happened to me the other day, and I was like putting two and two together of how everything had set up. And I wrote down that everything that you need to transform your life is already in your atmosphere. It's right in front of your face. It's right there. Like whatever is bulging out at you, that is like a problem, that's probably what you need to kind of deal with and focus on. It's in your atmosphere. Like it's already there. Everything you need to help transform your life, it's already been placed in your atmosphere. It's already there.
That's true. Yep. And it's like the more you tap into that, the more you have those moments.
But you got to be tired though. Nothing happens if you're not sick or being sick and sick. You got to be so sick and
tired of being sick and tired.
Bro, you got to be so sick and tired to where you about to throw. I be about to. You got to be
punch
so.
the air like Cuba.
You gotta be so sick and tired.
Gotta be that sick and tired, man.
You gotta be sick and tired.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be sick and tired to the point to where I'm finna drink some Pepto-Bismol. You're not sick and tired yet, so you still throwing up. You still vomiting and laying in it.
Mm-hmm.
You still vomiting and laying in your own vomit.
Returning to your own vomit.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna drink this Pepto-Bismol. I'm gonna put this mask on. I'm gonna step over your vomit to make sure it don't get on me and help you clean yours up a little bit. And then wash my hands briskly and then go where I need to go.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I see you vomit, I step over, I help you. But I'm gonna keep stepping over and keep drinking my Pepto-Bismol because I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not throwing up no more.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta be the oak tree, bro. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that I realize now is that won't nothing happen until you overexert all possibilities of you being human. It's not saying burn yourself out. I'm not saying that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying that when you push your humanness to the limits, when you hit your cap, when you do your natural to the max and you can't do no more, God can come in and do the super.
Sure can.
But he not doing the super if you ain't even doing half the natural. You ain't doing half the, it's a lot more you could be doing. You ain't doing, I'm not finna come down there until you, why?
Mm-hmm. Right, you still got something left in the tank.
More than you know.
Yeah.
I ain't can say empty the tank.
Yeah.
More than you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like push it to the limit.
Mm-hmm.
And then go as far as you can go. And then I can come in and do the natural. God will make a way.
So he'll bring the super to your natural.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta be sick and tired though.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be sick and tired of thinking the same way. You gotta be sick and tired of soaking in your sorrow. You gotta be sick and tired of watching everybody else moving and you're not. You gotta be sick and tired of you being lonely all the doggone time and then not having a relationship. I ain't talking about your waiting season. I'm talking about you stuck on you, how you want to do it, not trying to learn, not trying to reassess, not trying to advance yourself to where that's why you gotta be sick and tired of that crap.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be sick and tired of your room being junky. You gotta be sick and tired of your shoes being dirty all the time. You gotta be sick and tired of every time you try to look for something, you can't find it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no structure. Your room ain't even structured. You ain't sick and, why you not? You gotta be sick and tired of, you still got the same type of friends who talk about the same thing all the time. Y'all still do the same. You gotta be sick and tired.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be sick and tired of that crap.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what, and once you get sick and tired of that crap, and then you take one step, you take one step outside of yourself to try to find something else, your transformation have just begun with that first step.
Yeah.
First
step. Yeah.
You ain't even gotta learn nothing yet. Just you going outside of your normal, your transformation have just begun. It just begun. You just, that 1 inch you just made to look or just to open the Bible or call somebody who know a little more than you,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't care how they see you, your transformation have just begun. Welcome.
Yep.
Mm.
Welcome.
Mm. That's good. That's good.
That's real good.
That's it.
Welcome to the world of transformation. And
Welcome.
on that note,
That's what it is.
Yeah, for real.
what a way to close out. The sleeping giant has arisen.
I told you.
Yeah,
We told you were gonna cap.
yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna call you Cap a lot.
Sir Cavalot.
Sir Cavalot. Oh my goodness.
That's what's up, man.
Coming from the house.
Coming from the house, man.
Yeah.
You go crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we just want to encourage y'all, man.
Yeah.
Enjoy the journey, man, and desire to transform your life. It starts with that, number one. It starts with the desire, because if you don't want it, then you can't obtain it.
Yeah.
Bro.
You can't bring nothing into your space that you don't want.
Yep.
Facts.
You can't
That's
attract you can attract what you don't want based upon what you put out, but you get what I'm saying.
Facts.
That's true. Yeah.
Facts.
That's facts.
Yeah.
I had to catch myself on that.
Yeah.
Actually, that happened this past week.
That happened all the dogs. Yeah.
Look,
Yeah, for
that's
real.
a whole nother segment.
Yeah, it is. Bro. It is, bro.
We ain't even gonna go in that rabbit hole.
Yeah, first thing first. You got to have a want to, man. You got to have a desire to want change, because if you don't, you can't. It's not gonna happen. Right? Say it, man. You got to be sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Once you sick and tired, bro. Once you sick and tired, you don't care. I don't care what my family got to say about what. Look. We got A. I'm sorry. I don't want to drive that. Sorry. I don't want to live where you live. Sorry. I want my woman to have different type of options. Sorry. I want my children to be able to go. Sorry.
You ain't gotta even feel sorry. That's your preference.
I don't want to, when I'm old, and I don't want to, check this out, bro. I was on a job interview the other day at a company. I'm not going to say the company's name, but it's at a nursery home. I'm walking through the nursery home. I got the job. I'm walking through the nursery home, and I'm looking at the people and not judging, but I just told myself, and it happens all the time with the elderly people when you on this part of life, when you're kind of going, you're going back, and you need other people to help take care of you. So I was just like, me personally, I don't want to be, me or my wife, I don't want any one of us to be in a situation to where we don't have, so we get put somewhere and just die there. No. And guess what? I have the ability to control that. So no, I'm sorry. I don't want to die how, no. I told y'all, everybody in my family over the last 100 years done passed away the same, different causes the same way. No, y'all not finna, you finna, son, I love you. But I trust me with me more than I trust you with me. So if I can help if I can help to set it up a certain type of way, you ain't finna stick me nowhere. No, if daddy got guap, yo, I'm finna be over here, bro. Yeah, I'm not finna be just a nursing home. The beds don't halfway move up. They all closed in. Everybody sick because the room was all closed. No, I'm straight.
For real.
I'm straight. You feel me saying? So when you're making adjustments, you gotta be sick and tired, bro. That's first. That's the first step. Yeah. And as soon as you look in a different direction of what you've been doing, welcome. That's it. Transformation just begun, because you're looking at something different. It just begun. You ain't gotta learn nothing yet. Just look over there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. Trust fund babies are the way they are for a reason. Somebody was thinking transformationally. I'm not living this life just for myself.
No. It's not the
if I can curtail something you have to go through, then that's what I'm gonna do.
It's been set up for us not to run just by ourselves. It's always been set up on community, relationships, friendships, brotherhood, partnerships. It's always been set up on that. I'm gonna leave them with an encouraging word. It is common to be in a rush to reach the destination called success. There's success with a romantic partner, which usually means marriage, or success with a business, which usually means an IPO or an exit strategy. Success is often measured by the destination. However, if you can learn to be patient and continually improve yourself while enjoying the journey, the trip to every success will be as pleasant as the destination. Improving yourself is always worth the investment.
There you go.
And that's why we be going to Dub, because he know how to close it out.
There you go.
Right, I got stuff. I was like, oh,
that's it. We ain't not gonna add, multiply, subtract, divide. That's it. Invest in yourself for growth. And there you have it.
That's the only way it's going to happen.
And therefore, we're going to end on that note, fellas. Always invest in yourself for personal growth. There you go.
For real.
Hey, man, it's been another lovely one on tonight. Hey, we thank y'all for continuing tuning in. Hey, man, keep on watching, keep on tuning in, keep on giving us that response. So, man, we're enjoying it, all of it. even the constructive criticism that comes through. So we embrace all of it. So, and just remember, hey, we're still on our beginning journey as well, but we are enjoying it with y'all, man. So always remember, shoot for the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. And if you think different and be different, you have the opportunity to live different. And once again, hey, we'll see y'all on the other side of success. Amen. Y'all have a blessed week. And remember to invest in yourself. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace. Yeah.